kids all, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test of the Rimmel Match Perfection Foundation. This video is not sponsored, the product was purchased myself and all opinions on it will be my own. Let's talk a little bit about the product. This is a foundation from Rimmel London and this retails for £9.99 in store and online. You can also get this from various supermarkets and it has over 30 shades available. This is the foundation that Tom Daley was an ambassador for the Paris Olympics last year, and this is the one that I'd really thinking about giving another go. I have owned the previous one before. The one that I used to own was the one that I've got in here. The one I've got here is such a good foundation. The one I'm really close to running out of is this is the colour Ivory. But in today's video I will be doing a demonstration of this shade here, which is 01 Light Porcelain. I believe this used to be called Light Porcelain. Whether or not they've just changed the name of it and kept the shade the same, we shall see. Anyway, this is supposed to have a 24-hour moisture hydration, pore blurring effect, invisible coverage. Now, I feel like this was the first foundation that got me on the foundation ladder, because normally I'm more of a BB cream or CC cream type of person, but I feel like this could be another great dupe for I believe it was I think it's a dupe for one of either the YSL or the Estee Lauder double wear, so let's see if it pulls off just as good a job as this. This was one of the first ones that I got because I wasn't sure what foundation might be right for me, but I thought because I have trusted Rimmel for quite some time now, I feel like I've been doing it for maybe 7 or 8 years now, so this could be a nice foundation. I'm just going to take the tape off the back. We'll talk a little bit about the packaging as well. This is in a glass bottle, which gives it this luxury feel about it. I like how a lot of drugstore brands are luxury inspired, but keeping the budget in mind. So, and I have tried the L'Oreal True Match foundation. I would definitely say I am a great fan of that. But if you're wanting something for under £10, this should be a great foundation because it is giving this pore blurring effect and it will cover up some of any spots or if you have any problem areas. It does say light to medium coverage, but feel free to apply more if you're wanting to give it more of a medium coverage. It does have a pump as well. I absolutely love when foundations have a pump because at least you can squeeze out, you can push out what you need instead of just tipping it all over your hand and then it just makes a mess, which saves me making a mess on my carpet. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to do a little pump of this on my hand. Last time I did this I didn't do the pump within my viewfinder, so at least I remember to do it this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a couple of pumps just to get it going. And as you can see here, this is a traditional cream foundation liquid formula. This is a little bit more of a traditional cream as opposed to what the L'Oreal True Match was, which was more water-based. But I would say I'm definitely a fan of water-based foundation as well. But if I wanted to stick to a traditional formula, this would definitely be a one to go for. I'm going to be applying this with a Real Techniques buffing brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you guys in closer so you can see the application on my face. I'm just going to be dipping this in here and I'm going to be painting this on my skin. Oh, I love the smell of it as well. It reminds me a bit of my teenage years because I used to wear a lot of Rimmel BB creams when I was about 15, 16 and when I was just starting to get into makeup. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure I blend it on this side. I might do another pump. This is being applied on a clean face with a little bit of moisturiser on. So this is what you're seeing is just the foundation on its own. Just remembering to take a little bit on my forehead. And I love how it glides on as well because it's just what you want for a foundation because you want it to be comfortable, especially as we are going into, we're already in the last week of May going into June, so this will be a nice summer foundation and it's a light coverage as well, which is a lightweight finish. It's a dewy finish as well. I've just seen from the light source coming in from the right, you can see that it's got a bit of a radiance about it. So if you are a fan of radiant or lightweight foundations, this is a great one for the under £10 bracket because you are definitely getting a good amount in there. You get 30 millilitres in here, which is the expected or standard capacity for a foundation as well. So It says it is a visibly perfected skin. And I feel like as well, when I was applying this on my face, it has blurred out any acne scarring very quickly. So it would be a really nice one to do if you've maybe got a little bit of acne scarring, or if you wanted to do any under eye circles. If you have under eye circles, however, I would maybe use the shade darker. So what I would definitely say is, if you're wanting to mask them, I would maybe put in a darker shade. So if I was to use this as a standalone foundation, I might use the ivory underneath my eyes. Or if you're wanting to brighten underneath your eyes, this would be the right shade for you, because this is definitely suitable for fair and cooler toned skin. This is a classic favourite of mine because it has an SPF of 20, which is super important, especially at this time of year. I know it might not be sunny today, but as we start to go forward, the forecast is set to be promising, so it is important that you have SPF in your foundation, because last thing you want is you're getting sunburn. And I like how it saves you putting sun cream on. I mean, I would put sun cream on the rest of your body, say if it was like arms and legs, but this has an SPF factor in, so your sun cream for your face will definitely be well covered. I absolutely love how it's like a travel friendly one as well. I want to see if I can pop this in my makeup bag, and what I might do in my next video is I might take it with me in my handbag to see if it is travel friendly and if it's a well protected, sturdy glass bottle, because I was a little bit more might break and then get messy everywhere because it's a glass bottle, so I shied away from it initially because it was something that I thought I don't want this ending up all over my makeup bag and or handbag, because I used to just travel around with my Kiko CC cream or daily protection cream, and I thought that might have been better and more travel friendly because it's a plastic tube and that is not prone to breaking. So I'll definitely give this a 10 out of 10. I feel like I've not done this for a long time, but I felt like today was finally the day to give a review and first impressions of this foundation, which I think is a brilliant drugstore friendly foundation. I first owned this when I was about 17-18, but this was before I started my YouTube channel, and it took me a while before I started doing reviews and first impressions on foundation, so I think this will be a great replacement for my soon to be running out Match Perfection foundation. I tried other foundations including the Lasting Finish and my favourite foundation, which is the Lasting Radiance one, but I might do a review of that in another video, whereas I might later on in the summer, because I tend to wear the Lasting Radiance when I have a little bit more of a tan. But this foundation would be a great year-round one because it is true to my skin tone, because they say that over 99% of people feel like they found the perfect match for their skin tone, and I feel like this is a really, really good match for me, because at least I can, if I wanted to do a more subtle sun-kissed glow, I could just go in with a little bit of bronzer, or if I wanted to appear more tanned, I would go in with a little bit more of that, or maybe I would mix it a little bit with my Lasting Radiance because it's a little bit too dark for me to wear on its own, but this would be a great shade lightener if I wanted to mix it a bit on the back of my hand, and then also if I wanted to create like the perfect shade for when I do have a tan. So there you have it, guys. That is my review and first impressions on the Rimmel Match Perfection. In my next video I will give the verdict of how long it lasted, what the wear test was like, and what I think of this foundation, of whether or not I would definitely see if this is a great foundation to wear pretty much on a daily basis. But I would definitely see myself wearing this if I was filming, because if I was doing multiple videos in one day, at least I will be well covered and I won't have to keep touching up every time I start a new video. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that this lives up to the 24-hour moisturisation promise that is seen, because it is a pretty big claim. Because when I see something like that, I thought, is it going to live up to the standards? We shall see. In the meantime, guys, be sure to smash the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell so you're the first to hear of any new content, and I'll see you all very soon for another video. Thanks for watching.